Welcome back. This is Good Morning Namibia. Now, technology is rapidly reshaping how societies function, bringing both incredible opportunities as well as complex challenges. The Co-creation Hub, or the CcHUB, is leading the charge in Africa by inter alia fostering innovation that addresses real-world digital issues from cybersecurity and AI ethics, as well as civic engagement. The upcoming Tech and Society Week is a pivotal event aimed at sparking ideas, building skills, and strengthening communities through technology-driven solutions. Here to tell us more, Madam Wura Taiwo, Senior Program Manager, as well as Madam Yvonne Iweka. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning.
Yeah. It's not your first time to the land of the brave, Madam Wura?
No, it's not.
Okay. This is your second visit?
Yes, it is.
What brings you back to Namibia?
Well, the first time I was here, I was engaging with the ecosystem as far as startups and innovations go, particularly on cybersecurity. And now we're trying to bring our technology and society practice into Namibia.
Very well.
And do programming for Namibians.
By your second visit, this is home, so welcome back home.
Thank you very much.
Madam Yvonne, it's your first visit?
Yes, actually, my first visit.
And how has the land of the brave been treating you?
Oh, beautiful place to be. I've been admiring the landscape since I arrived.
Very well.
Yeah.
We hope to have you back soon again.
Sure.
Yeah. Speak to us about the primary objectives, the main goals of this week that you're hosting.
Okay, thank you very much. The Tech and Society practice at CcHUB, we look at the intersection between technology and society, trying to understand issues around digital rights, data privacy, civic participation, and other emerging issues. And we mainstream our program to ensure that we work across the different areas in Africa to strengthen digital and civic participation. And with this Tech and Society week that's coming up, we believe that the innovation ecosystem in Namibia is timely for us to jump in, and we believe that we'll be engaging a lot of ecosystem leaders during this program. And given the election that held in 2024, that positioned Namibia as one of the countries that is driving digital democracy. We hope that with this ecosystem event, Tech and Society Week, Namibia serves as a model for the continent through the programs that will be churning out after this Tech and Society Week.
Very well. Madam Wura, which brings us to the innovation that you hope this week will spark based on the challenges that you hope to address. Speak to us about that, please.
In the past 2 years, from the last time I've been in Namibia, I've seen quite an uptick on digital participation. And there's also innovators coming in to build technological solutions for the Namibian citizens, right? In the same time, we've seen an uptick in cybersecurity breaches across different sectors, and I think you and your co-host touched on it earlier today. So I've also seen that the government has taken a proactive approach by rolling out a cybersecurity awareness strategy for the country, which was released last year. So for us, we're looking to partner with innovators and policymakers alike to ensure that this strategy is implemented effectively. And we also want to simplify the idea of cybersecurity, because when people hear cybersecurity, they think something very technical, some guy.
Is it not?
It's not as technical as that. It's usually the simple things like ensuring you're using different passwords for different accounts, taking charge of your data across your devices. It's really as simple as that, and not sharing private information in the public. It can really be that simple.
Very well. While you have the floor, what are the skills that you hope to impart on the delegates over the 3 days?
Awesome. One of the skills we'd like to spark up conversations about is the engagement of entrepreneurs and innovators with regulators and policymakers. There's usually like a disconnect in terms of what the innovators are doing and what the policymakers are writing as far as the laws go. we want to foster a kind of co-creative approach to development as far as that goes. Another skill that we're trying to bring in is knowledge and know-how of the use of AI tools in everyday technology use. And lastly, data protection and privacy for different sectors. What that looks like in the public sector is quite different from what it looks like in private. So we're trying to build synergies there, but also for the audience to learn tips and tricks on how to practice that in everyday life, because at the end of the day, privacy and security is everyone's responsibility.
Indeed, indeed. Madam Yvonne, speaking of that synergy that your colleague just mentioned, to what extent does CcHUB help strengthen the communities within the tech ecosystem?
Thank you very much. In CcHUB, we are big on community across our different locations. Namibia, Rwanda, Nigeria, and every other location where we currently carry out our work. We believe that people drive the system, so we always employ human-centered design in all that we do, and we put people, which is the community, at the center of our work. And with the Tech and Society Week that's coming up, we'll be exploring different areas of engaging with the Namibia community, CSOs, human rights defenders, civic innovators, youth-led organizations, to ensure that all the communities are brought to the table where we co-create ideas together to ensure that we move the Namibia innovation system forward.
Thank you. Before we get to the ways in which the platform will strengthen civic and digital innovation, could you perhaps share with us an example of civic innovation? What would that be?
Okay. An example of civic innovation that is being led by CcHUB is the GoVote platform. We have a civic tech platform which is being used to simplify election information in Nigeria, and we do hope that we can scale that into Namibia, given the election that held in 2024, and riding on the back of that to strengthen system, to look at the very young youth population and look at youth-led innovation that can strengthen civic participation and engagement, because it is when citizens engage and act that policies can be moved forward. So we're expecting that at the end of this program, GoVote Namibia will be launched, and we can work with all communities to see how we can strengthen the civic and digital rights ecosystem, particularly because during the election we saw a rise in misinformation and also data privacy issues. So with the civic tech Namibia that is coming up, we hope that we'll be able to strengthen the system and close that information gap between citizens and government.
Very well, Madam. Startups and entrepreneurs, particularly within the tech sector, are at the heart of economic growth and development. Yes. How does your entity and how will the platform help support tech entrepreneurs and tech startups?
Thank you very much for that question. One of the ways that we like to look at it from the digital resilience perspective is innovation is driven by people and technology working hand in hand. Now, if the people don't know what the technology does, there's usually gaps for threat actors, bad actors, to exploit information. So how we want to close that gap, so to say, is to ensure that the innovators are aware of the risks of putting certain information, data, online, right? And we also want the general public to understand that they own the information that they share online. As much as the platforms control how that information is passed, the person in the middle, the owner of the data that is being shared, has a lot of responsibility as far as what gets shared, who gets what, and who is able to control how they appear online. So we want to give people the right information on what needs to be out there and what needs to be kept private, old school.
Very basically, what is it that one needs to keep private?
Very basically, very personal information, your name, your bank account numbers, your dates of birth, sometimes your residential address. It can be that simple. If someone has your name, your phone number, your address, they might be able to find you on a government database and find details about your birth, and even clone accounts linked to you just by information you've already shared online, either on platforms like Facebook and the rest of them. There was once a time that sharing your date of birth on Facebook was a cool thing for people to know your age and your birthdays. Right now, threat actors are using that information to clone personas that are not you, to do things that you will not be doing, right? So we're seeing an uptick of people hiding more information, even platforms advising you to hide certain information because they are unable to guarantee the absolute security of that information. So just sharing that knowledge and ensuring that the technologists are putting individual data at the forefront of security on their platforms.
Thank you. And Yvonne, any final thoughts before we let you go?
Yes, thank you very much. CcHUB is a Pan-African organization, and our vision is to accelerate the application of social capital and technology for Africa's prosperity, and we do hope that by the end of our engagement with the Tech and Society Week, innovations will be bettered, and they'll be able to drive deeper engagement in terms of building digital and civic resilience in the Namibia ecosystem.
Thank you. Your final thoughts, perhaps, where people can get more information about this Society Week?
So Tech and Society Week, it's a 3-day event. We're starting at the Investment House for day 1, very high level, very policy and innovator driven. The remaining 2 days, we want to engage directly the ecosystem, the innovators, the students, the academics, the people who will eventually drive innovation to move Namibia's digital presence forward. So do come.
Thank you very much, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.
We hope to see you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.